Well, hello, boys and girls. Happy Saturday to you. It's Pastor Austin with week number 2 of our series about discipleship on Saturday morning, talking more about how we can be faithful followers of Jesus and how we can just follow after Jesus with everything that we have. Is we are on fire for Him. And last week we talked about what is a disciple, and we talked about Zacchaeus and how the first step is to realize that we need to change, that we have a sin problem, that we are sinners who cannot save ourselves, but that we need somebody to save us. And that person is Jesus. And we talked a little bit about Despicable Me and how Gru went through a process in that first movie where he started off as a bad guy, but then over time, thanks to the 3 girls, he became a good guy. He had a heart change. And I talked last Saturday about how we need to have a heart change of ourselves. And we also talked, like I said, about Zacchaeus and so many other Bible people who met Jesus while he was doing ministry on earth. And all these people had a heart change. They were different after their interaction with Jesus. And today, we're going to talk about the minions. Now, the minions were always trying to help Gru. In the first movie, they were always trying to help Gru steal something, and they were looking for weapons and evil schemes, like they tried to steal the moon in the first movie. And the minions, if you look at the minions, they always have these crazy secret weapons that they pull out of their pockets and pull out of their overalls and get ready to do whatever mission they have, whatever task they have. And as disciples of Jesus, our secret weapon is the Bible. To be in the Word. This is something that you've heard me and Andrew and all our kids' church helpers talk to you about how we need to be in the Bible, to read the Bible, to understand the Bible. I mean, Inspector Joe Bear just did a whole, on Tuesday last month, he was our YouTube guy, and we talked about the Bible on that too. And you can read about how the Bible is a weapon in the story of how Jesus was tempted in the wilderness by the devil. When the devil was coming after Jesus, trying to trip him up, trying to tempt him, trying to get him to do things that Jesus knew wasn't a good idea, every time the devil tried to tempt Jesus, every single time, Jesus quoted the Bible back at him. And we talked about this before. It's like a sword hitting the devil on his back. And you've seen that video that me and Andrew have acted out before when I dress up as the devil and Andrew's reading his Bible, and when I come up to mess with him, he gets out that sword and whacks me on the back. Pretty hard sometimes. But in the Bible, in that story, again, you can see it. Every time Jesus used the Bible, he was like sticking a sword into the devil. And eventually the devil gave up because he cannot handle us when we are speaking the Word of God. So that's important why we need to read the Bible, to understand the Bible, to memorize the Bible, because that is our secret weapon. That is our greatest weapon against the devil. I mean, that's why it's called the sword of the Spirit. When we talk about the armor of God way back in March before all of Corona happened. And every time I think of Corona, I think of Tangled, but that's just another story for another time. But way back before Corona happened, we talked about, Miss Jenna and Mrs. Bridget were talking about the armor of God and the sword of the Spirit, which is the Bible, and how important that is. All right, so that's our sword. That's our secret weapon, just like the minions used. And also, Dr. Nefario, he was always coming up with secret weapons like the fart gun and the cookie robots and the boogie robots and all this other stuff. Those guys had some secret weapons, and we have a weapon to use too, and that's the Bible. All right? So, hey, really quick reminder that tomorrow in Kids Church, and really all throughout the main church as well, is Grandparents' Day. So hopefully you're able to come to church with your grandparents, get some lunch with them afterward, and come out for that. We are starting a new series tomorrow morning at Kids Church at 11, and it's going to be, you're going to see a character who you haven't seen in a while, and it'll be a good time. I'm here now. We're getting the things ready, decorating and such. So, make sure you're here for that. Breakfast is back. We started that last week, so that's 9 a.m. Count on the breakfast, 10 o'clock Sunday school, 11 o'clock praise and worshiping Kids Church, downstairs in the basement, and then also come back tomorrow night at 6, okay? So God bless you, and stay safe.